Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly episode 16 September 2020. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. My name is Sean. This week's news, LinkedIn bringing ads to stories. As of last week, LinkedIn announced they will be working with a few advertisers in bringing ads to stories. Stories being LinkedIn Stories. And if you don't know that, LinkedIn has stories. Yes. The company states that as of this time, there are already over 600 active advertisers globally. It's actually interesting to note that LinkedIn hasn't actually published any official usage data of their stories yet. And it's actually still in very early stages in the scene. LinkedIn Stories was just released in stages just a couple of months ago tops, and they possibly don't have enough viewership and don't have enough time to come up with the data to prove that LinkedIn Stories is actually a good place to run ads in. So perhaps that's what I'm thinking, is that they're actually using these bunch of advertisers, 600 of them, to actually test out the system and iron out the kinks rather than actually making money from there. So if you are active on LinkedIn Stories, then you will start seeing ads very soon. And as for the ability to advertise on LinkedIn Stories, we're not too sure if that's going to be a thing in the near future. We hope that maybe in a couple of more months, maybe by Q1 of 2021, we should be able to run some ads on LinkedIn Stories. Instagram Reels is coming to Facebook in some countries. In countries where Instagram Reels is already there and live, Facebook is considering enabling the ability to share Reels content to Facebook feed and watch. This is in line with the company's ongoing efforts to push real content to more viewers, and not real content, just real content, to more viewers, and hopefully draw them to Reels itself. Facebook can then leverage off the increased eyeballs to lure TikTok creators over. The key here is that Instagram native creators are not using Instagram Reels the way Instagram wants them to be used. They want them to be used like TikTok rather than Instagram. But the best way to do it is to actually lure TikTok native creators from TikTok over to Reels. And one of the ways Facebook thinks that they can lure the creators over is by giving these creators more avenues of exposure, in that case, because TikTok is only TikTok, right? So from Instagram Reels, if the Reels content is moved over to Facebook feed and Facebook watch, so there is like essentially 3 times more places where people can actually see this content. So Facebook thinks that this will help get them to come over. At this time, there isn't any news on Facebook Reels coming to this part of the world yet. Reels is still available in only very limited number of countries because it's still in very early stages. So I think by the time it arrives, it will be in its full form, if not almost there. We'll still have to wait. You can soon share tweets to Snapchat and Instagram. People have been sharing significant and viral tweets all around social media for a while now, but have always been in form of screenshots. Twitter has just announced a new integration to share tweets on Snapchat stories and soon also on Instagram. This is actually one of those rare moments when social media platforms play nice with each other and allow users to share content back and forth. Usually they prefer to keep their users within their boundaries as much as possible. The closest sharing capability we are accustomed to is having the ability to share Spotify music to Snapchat or Instagram stories, but Spotify isn't exactly a social platform, so the receiving partners were not too the social media partners were not too threatened by this. Whereas in Snapchat's ability to share, Twitter's ability to share to Instagram and Snapchat heralds back to the very early days of social media, where sharing across social media platforms was a thing. And for the purpose of the democratization of social media and giving us back the power, I really do hope that this continues and more social media platforms will continue to do this and support the cross-sharing between each other. Maybe it happens, maybe it won't, but well, doesn't hurt to be optimistic. Samsung partners with TikTok. They will bring TikTok to Samsung smart TVs. We get it. Smart home appliances like the TV have been selling less than before because people don't seem to see TVs as a primary home entertainment screens anymore. In order to keep up with the times, TV maker Samsung is bringing TikTok right onto the big screen. They hope that they will make us all consider TV as a potential social media consumption tool again, like what they did with YouTube, which is kind of working for some groups of people, but not other groups of people. I don't know. There is a problem with this, and where I don't think that it will work at least as much as they hope it would, is that there is a screenshot of the TV with TikTok on it, and it's essentially a landscape screen showing videos made for vertical screen. So there's a lot of wasted screen space. And on top of that, TVs are still considered a sharing device. You only watch TVs together as a family. It's not a personal device where you sit at a corner, bring a flat screen 65-inch TV and sit at a corner and watch your own show. You don't do that. So you get your friends and family over, watch a show or watch a series together, right? TikTok, on the other hand, is actually a very personalized social media platform where you and your best friends will most probably not even be watching the same kind of content and therefore be recommended different videos by the platform subsequently. And it's not like YouTube, where majority of the video consumption comes from searching a topic and then watching the video rather than be fed videos based on recommendations. That was why TikTok was able to have content go viral faster than YouTube can ever do, because YouTube requires one active element, which is to search for something. You can watch recommended content, but most people actually prefer to search for something. They go to YouTube to be searched for something. It's what happens after that. It's the videos that come after that are the autoplay ones that comes after that that are the recommended ones. So it is a very personal platform, and I don't know if we will ever be able to have a communal TikTok account where it's for everybody else to see and not your own kind of thing. So we will see if this partnership will amount to anything. Reddit buys Dubsmash, brings video into forums. Reddit is the only social media platform that still looks and feels mostly like traditional forums back in the early 2000s. But despite being widely relevant and having a lot of active users as of today, the company thinks it's time to move into video like everyone else. So they decided to buy over Dubsmash so they can start to adapt short video, the short video tag into the forum style format. Dubsmash was quite a sensation when it started off in 2015, but it kind of lost its flair. Then when TikTok became a thing, Dubsmash became a relevant platform again. Perhaps Dubsmash was quite early in the game. I think Dubsmash was quite early in the game. There was a rise and then a fall, and then when TikTok came in at the right time, and then Dubsmash came up as well. So I suspect that Reddit will incorporate videos and the algorithms of videos, how it works and everything, taken from Dubsmash into Reddit, into the Reddit platform. And I assume that they will, by doing that, people will start communicating in Reddit via video clips rather than typing, which essentially I think is a way Reddit can curb this fake news and conspiracy theories that has been going rampant of late. And it will not completely eliminate these things, right? But it will make these fake news and conspiracy theories more difficult to go lose control, because if you have to create a video you need some form of tech in order to do deep fakes. It's not as simple as just typing something anonymously and posting them out. Then it does, like I said, it's not exactly going to eliminate it, but it will sure as hell reduce it by quite a lot. Or maybe Reddit will create another social media platform based upon Dubsmash technology. But one thing is for sure is that Dubsmash will still be operating as usual. So still as its own entity. The only difference now is Reddit has access to its video creation and sharing tech. And there was no disclosure of the acquisition. And it seems as if what Reddit is doing is they are acquiring Dubsmash to get into the tech rather than actually absorbing the company into its fold. Maybe in a couple of months, we should be able to see more news on Reddit and what is it that they're using their acquisition for. There is a new search engine. Oh, sorry, I think this was last week's. All right, so that's all for this week, actually. There is no more news. Quite a quiet week. A lot of COVID news, which we already talked about. In any case, Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 16 December 2020. My name is Sean. Stay safe, wear a mask, even though the vaccine's out. We're not out of the woods yet. See you next week. Bye-bye.